What's up YouTube? Today we'll be looking at the top 25 paintings from the featured exhibit. Gustave Caillebotte, Painting Men, currently on exhibit at the J.Paul Getty Museum. Honorable mention, Study of Lepant d'Art Europe, painted in 1876 by Gustave Caillebotte. The study primarily focuses on a man leaning against the railing of a bridge. This is only one aspect of the full painting, which is on display at the Musée Petit Palais in Geneva, Switzerland. Number 25. A Soldier, painted in 1881 by Gustave Caillebotte. The painting depicts a soldier dressed in a traditional military uniform, which includes a dark blue jacket with a yellow collar, which shows his rank, and red trousers. Number 24. Portrait of Jean Dorel, also known as Portrait of a Man, was painted in 1887 and is a full-body portrait of Caillebotte's butler Jean Dorel. Number 23. Portrait of Eugene Dauphren Reading, was painted in 1878 and is currently a part of the Musée d'Orsay's permanent collection. The portrait depicts Dauphren, a cousin of Caillebotte, reading a novel with a yellow cover. Number 22. Portrait of Paul Hugot, was painted in 1878 and was first exhibited at the Fifth Impressionist exhibit in 1880. The portrait depicts Caillebotte's close friend, Paul Hugot, as a rather fashionable Parisian male. Number 21. The Canoes, was painted in 1878 and is a part of the permanent collection of the Musée des Beaux-Arts in Rennes, France. The painting depicts the leisure activity of canoeing, which was common among the French bourgeoisie in the 19th century. Number 20. Bathers on the Banks of the Yers, was painted in 1878 and depicts a group of men bathing in the Yers River, which is located in northern France. Number 19. Angling, was painted in 1878 and is a piece from the permanent collection of the Musée des Beaux-Arts in Rennes, France. The painting depicts the men fishing in a tranquil body of water with an environment of lush greenery surrounding them. Number 18. Portrait of Madame Marshal Caillebotte, was painted in 1877 and depicts the artist's mother engaged in the domestic activity of needlework. Number 17. Boulevard des Italiens, was painted in 1880. The painting depicts a bustling avenue from the view of a balcony. The scene includes figures such as people and carriages and shows the dynamic rhythm of Parisian daily life in the 19th century. Number 16. Interior, Woman at the Window, was painted in 1880 and depicts a man and woman sitting indoors. The man is seated, while the woman is standing and looking out at the boulevard below. Although they are close together, their postures create the perspective that they are truly isolated in their own spaces. Number 15. Billiards, was painted in 1875 and depicts a solitary male figure poised in a game of billiards. The dark colors of the room inside contrast the bright and lively tone of the landscape seen outside the window. Number 14. The Banks of the Seine at Petit-Gennevilliers, was painted in 1884. The painting depicts the Seine River at Petit-Gennevilliers, a suburb in Paris where Caillebotte owned property and frequently spent time at. Number 13. Young Man Playing the Piano, was painted in 1876 and is a part of the permanent collection of the Artizon Museum in Tokyo, Japan. The painting depicts Caillebotte's younger brother, Marshall, playing the piano in their residence on Rue du Miromesnil in Paris. Number 12. Regatta at Argenteuil, was painted in 1893 and depicts regatta on the Seine River in Argenteuil. The painting captures the boats and reflections on the water. Caillebotte, who was a sailor himself, was inspired by the vibrant life of Argenteuil on the water. Number 11, Man on a Balcony, was painted by Caillebotte in 1880. The painting depicts a bourgeois gentleman leaning on a balcony railing, relaxed, and gazing out toward the sprawling cityscape. Number 10, Skiffs, was painted by Caillebotte in 1877 and is a piece from the permanent collection of the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. The painting, which was first exhibited at the Fourth Impressionist exhibition in 1879, adopts a heightened viewpoint to emphasize the precariousness associated with the easily tipped and flat cotton skiffs. Number 9, Portrait of Henry Cordier, was painted in 1883 and is a part of the permanent collection of the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, France. The painting depicts Henry Cordier, Caillebotte's friend, who was a teacher of the geography and history of the Far East at the School of Oriental Languages in Paris. Number 8, Self-Portrait, was painted in 1892 and is a piece from the permanent collection of the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, France. Caillebotte depicts himself in the painting with cropped hair and dressed in a sailor's suit, which was unusual for someone of his social class. Caillebotte gazes directly at the viewer with a serious expression in the portrait. Number 7, Luncheon, was painted by Caillebotte in 1876 and depicts an indoor dining scene where a group of individuals are engaged in an intimate luncheon. The table is set with crystal glasses, silverware, and other decorative dinnerware. This scene reflects the activities of the bourgeois life in the 19th century, which was a common theme throughout Caillebotte's work. Number 6, The Bezique Game, was painted in 1880 and is a part of the permanent collection of the Louvre Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. The painting depicts a bezique game, which was a 19th century French melding and trick-taking card game for 2 players. The scene includes Caillebotte's friends who are playing in his luxurious apartment on Boulevard Haussmann that he shared with his brother Marshal Caillebotte, who is depicted in the painting smoking a pipe. Number 5, In a Cafe, was painted in 1880 and is a part of the permanent collection of the Musée des Beaux-Arts in Rouen, France. The painting depicts a man in a fancy establishment, looking disheveled in baggy clothes, and who has a vague look on his face, appearing to be disillusioned to his surroundings. Some have interpreted the painting to be a critique of an 1880 law that was passed, which lifted restrictions on drinking establishments at a time when alcoholism was prominent. Number 4, Boating Party, was painted between the years of 1877 to 1878 and is considered to be one of Caillebotte's most important works as an artist. The painting depicts an up-close shot of an oarsman with other rowers in the distance. The main goal of Caillebotte through this painting was to display the emergence of a society of leisure and the development of water sports. In 2020, France classified this painting as a national treasure, and it is a part of the Musée d'Orsay's collection. Number 3, On the Pont de Europe, was painted between 1876 and 1877 and is a piece from the permanent collection of the Kimbell Art Museum in Fort Worth, Texas. The painting depicts a man on the left whose collar is turned up and has his back turned toward the principal figure. The painting seems to imply that Caillebotte believed that society was no less regularized than modern engineering. Number 2, The Floor Scrapers, was painted in 1875 and is currently a part of the Musée d'Orsay's permanent collection. One of Caillebotte's most recognizable works, The painting depicts three workers on hands and knees scraping the wooden floor of a bourgeois apartment, which is believed today to be Caillebotte's own apartment. This was one of the first paintings to feature the urban working class in the 19th century. Number 1. Harris Street, Rainy Day, was painted by Caillebotte in 1877 and is currently a part of the Art Institute of Chicago's permanent collection. The painting, which depicts a complex intersection just minutes away from the St. Lazare train station, is widely considered to be Caillebotte's most famous piece of art. The painting in size is almost 7 feet by 10 feet and was celebrated by many at the Impressionist exhibition of 1877, where it was first debuted. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. More information about the exhibit is down below in the description. Make sure to comment what your favorite painting was. See you in the next video.